Hey,
quarter.
do you have a final?
Full game?
I don't want to play another quarter.
I was gonna say.
Big 40.
Okay, sorry.
Those are the ones I
Coach, go ahead when you're.
Okay, well, just phenomenal win. I'm so proud of this group. Virginia, I have a lot of respect for Virginia Tech. It's obviously a Final Four team, and we came in, we're locked right from the beginning of the game, and it was an amazing performance by the team, and we got we've had so much growth in the past couple weeks, and like I said, I'm really proud. They're proud of this team. The crowd was amazing today, so I'd like to say thank you to our fans. You know, we only have 2 more home games potentially, and they came out, you know, obviously wearing green. It was just a magical night for us, and really proud of our effort. I'm proud of the way that we came in with confidence. We started the game well, something that we've been talking about and worked on. So everything that I presented to them, they stepped up and showed up, and it was just an incredible game. And I'm just so grateful for this group and just grateful for the win. And like I said, just really thankful for the crowd and everybody who showed up for us. And it was awesome to see Jewel Lloyd back in the building, and just a really great night for the Irish.
Niele, how do you get them to play like this every night, if that's possible? Because obviously when they do play like this, you just beat the #1 team in the ACC by 13 points.
Yeah, I mean, this team, what I know about this team is, like, we have so much talent, and you know, we've learned a lot, you know, with our losses. We've learned how to grow. This team is growing and maturing every time you see them. Every night we're trying to get better, and so I feel like everything that we've gone through this season is led us up to this moment. So we've used and utilized everything that we've learned this season, and today we just put on I thought a very complete game defensively, offensively. We were very complete. We were very solid. There was a ton of poise tonight, and we just played the right way collectively. The entire team, everyone stepped up, and I wish I want us to play like this all the time. And now I feel like when you're on a stage like this playing against a team like Virginia Tech, it shows them what type of team we can be. So we just had to stay with consistency with that.
Just one more for Maddy. Obviously, a big part of the game was doing a number on Kitley coming in. Her numbers were ridiculous, and tonight she didn't reach those. It looked like you were matched up with her most of the night. What was that battle like, and just how difficult was it to hold her in check?
Yeah, I mean, she's a great player. I think our scout on her was really strategic. Obviously, it has to be against the, player of the year. But yeah, I think just playing physical with her. We've done that in the past. It's been successful in the past, and Evo did a great job on her last year. So just keeping that same tone and making her work for everything.
The ball pressure from the get-go was incredible. Hannah, what was kind of the key? I mean, you were fired up right out of the gate. What was the key to having that much intensity in the opening minutes?
My teammates and my coaches always tell me that it kind of starts with me, and so my teammates, they really feed off my defense. So we know that we needed to have better starts. So I knew that I had to start with me. So I knew that I had to pick up and pressure and just stay locked in. And we had a great scout, and everybody was locked in on the scout.
Coach, you really pushed tempo all night long. I mean, can you talk to us about why you felt like that was important?
Well, I feel like this team, when we push pace, we're at our best, and I wanted to put a lot of pressure on Virginia Tech, and so I felt like, even in the zone, like I'm stressed about pace in the half court, pace in the full court, and I think that's where our identity lies with our speed, our ability to have shooters around the floor. All of our guards can get downhill, and again, we have shooters that can space the floor. So that's always been the focus all season, but definitely tonight that was a big emphasis to push pace.
Maddy, you sat there after the NC State game and kind of took it personally that you guys weren't ready to play. What did you guys do differently going into tonight, and when did you know what, tonight's going to be different than it was against NC State?
I think, after Boston College, we kind of sat down and tried to figure out what do we need to do to start games off well, because that's kind of been our Achilles heel, and I think that once we figure out how to start the game from 40 to 0, we're a much different team. And so, it was just talking to my teammates, trying to figure how we can do that and how we can start at the start of the day till the clock starts.
So you started slow, but what allowed you to kind of find a rhythm there after you struggled?
Yeah, I mean, mentally, I tried to stay in the game, and I honestly think that my energy in the second half came from my teammates. The whole team was playing so great in the first half, and while I didn't contribute as much as I would have liked, I just stayed positive, and the energy coming from Hannah, from Maddy, and the other players kind of just, kept me in a positive mindset, and I knew that it was all going to work out in the end. Like, my shot's going to come, my game's going to come to me if I just stay positive and keep doing, like, the little things on defense and things like that.
Coach, Kitley was only 4 of 11 from the field. Had your defensive game plan going in? Were you trying to limit the number of shots she took and keep her from getting the ball to begin with, or was it just more of just making it a tough shooting performance once she got the ball?
Yeah, my focus was being very, very physical with her. Like, I wanted every shot to be a contested shot. Again, I knew that she's not a type of player that's going to go, single digits. We held her to 12 points, which I think is amazing. And I just wanted our post players to be physical with her. We were looking to try to get the dribble a little bit, but making every shot that she takes a contested shot. And again, very strategic. We're trying to take away her strengths and take away her tendencies. And they did a great job. Every one of our posts did a great job with that.
Then they shot less than 40% from the field as a team. You think you guys did anything else to kind of make it a tough shooting night for them, in addition to Kitley?
Just being aggressive on the guards and making it uncomfortable for the guards to get the ball into Kitley, because we know that, the team really flourishes when she's doing well. So we just knew that we had to stop Georgia from getting the ball into her, and, we locked in on Scout.
Niele, what went into the decision to go? It looked like it was virtually all man-to-man tonight. What went into that decision? Was it subject to change, and how proud are you of how they executed it?
Right. Super proud of this team being able to play man-to-man the entire game. We're definitely capable of doing that. They averaged 9 threes. We held them below their average. They had 8. But I just felt like the zone, I didn't want them to get comfortable. So I didn't want them to be able just to space the floor. They have too many shooters on the floor, so I felt like we need to look for – we iced A more. We were going to go to the trap. And I felt like just individual pride, man-to-man defense was going to be better for the stretch. And then for me, I felt like it was working, so I just stayed in it. But like Hannah said, they were so aggressive. Our team, our rotations were amazing. Kylie came over, got an incredible block. They really just fed off each other rotation-wise, and that was the most locked in I've seen them all season, defensively.
And then for Sonia, were you aware you had 0 at the half? You said you struggled, and then you scored 21 in the second half. Have you ever had a differential like that? And what were you thinking to yourself at halftime? You said your teammates were
Yeah, honestly, I was trying not to think about it. I think if I'm thinking about how I have 0 points or my shots aren't going in, it kind of makes my mindset go into a negative space that I don't want to go to. So I was honestly just trying to cheer on my teammates and just not think about it at all and just know just play your game. So I knew, but I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't worried. So.
And I'm pretty sure it ended on 0 fouls. Talk about bringing that level of aggression, that level of intensity to your defensive matchup, but also getting it done without ever really, at least today, really all season, not getting yourself into too much foul trouble.
Yeah, it's big for me when I'm not in foul trouble, because I know my team needs me on the court. So when I pick up early fouls, then I have to sit on the bench and I can't, help my team, while I'm sitting over there. So Coach always tells me to, kind of defend without fouling and, just still being aggressive while not being too aggressive. And I read kind of how the refs were calling the game, so they were allowing me to be more physical.
Coach, talk about rotations. Talk about the help you got defensively, especially on a player like Amore, who obviously so much quickness in her game. How much help did you get from her teammates in making sure that she just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively?
Yeah, we did a great job of, kind of rotating, and we talked a lot about kind of being in the hoop spot. We worked a lot on it in practice and just our rotation. And so the bigs and the wings, they did a great job of just kind of helping when I pressured up, just kind of running her off the 3-point line, and then my teammates were there for help.
Maddy, Tech had done a good job rebounding during this winning streak of theirs. What helped you guys on the boards tonight?
Just staying aggressive, coming out knowing that, Kitley is big. They have a lot of guards who are looking to crash the boards on both ends. So just trying to limit theirs and get ours.
Coach, you mentioned that this was the most locked in you've seen your team all season. When could you tell that from the jump, and why do you feel like that was?
Yeah, for sure from the beginning. Right from the beginning, I felt like this. I knew we were ready. I thought we played with poise. We weren't sped up. again, we got the stops we needed. We got out, ran in transition. Our pace was great. So I just felt like the energy was different today. The shoot around, you could just tell practices leading up to today, they were all locked. Everything was purposeful this week. And I can just tell with their energy how we're going to be. And their energy was positive. They were excited. They took it personal. You know, we knew the task, and we really did. I thought they did a great job of just starting the game the way that with confidence. It was a lot of confidence the way we started this game, and we fed off the energy of the crowd. It was just awesome. What was your second question?
No,
That was it.
That was it.
Perfect. Sir.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you. What is that? Cherry juice. Completely sweaty. Thanks.
So will you hand me that book?